Final thoughts. Very mid-tier Dragon Quest.
Yeah.
That's really the only thought. Because, I mean, there's no characters that we can talk about. There's no... I mean, the story is, like, it's okay for what it is, but it's, like, at the same time, it's not...
There's no antagonist besides a fucking owl.
Yeah, there's not really a story in there.
Depth,
Yeah, there's no depth to it, like, at all. It's a really shallow game. The gameplay is where it excels, and even then, it's like it kind of feels
lesser.
A little lesser, because I mean, all of it is tied to the multiplayer stuff, and really, you're just leveling up your guys for that purpose. And we didn't even play the multiplayer, so we can't even really like say how great it was or whatever, you know. I mean, it sounds like there's some good stuff when we were interviewing the guy, you know, and like the legacy bosses going to fight the bosses that have been previous in the series, like the Dragon Lord, Mortimer.
It sounded fun.
It sounds cool, but at the same time, it's like, well,
it's just not accessible really for us unless we have like a special cartridge that we can get access to them on.
I imagine.
Well, now by him transferring the maps to me, I could just transfer any of the maps to you guys.
Yeah. So we'll definitely have to go back and try it out. I think it brings it down a little bit, but just a middle ground one. Nothing too special about it.
Yeah. Sad. I wish there was something like extremely positive for me to say or something extremely negative for me to say, but there isn't.
It's not like 7 where we're basically the same except for how we could bitch about the length. There's just nothing really to talk about. Really. It's just it doesn't have anything that the classic Dragon Quest games really have. Like, it doesn't have the really cool characters. It doesn't have that interesting storyline that they usually have. Like, it's always a simple story, but they always make it have a twist in some way that is uniquely Dragon Quest. Yeah, the towns are fun to visit because, you know, they're unique in every way, like down to the dialogue of the characters. Like,
it's accents, dialects.
There's none of that exists in this game. It's like everything is just a pun because you had to put it somewhere.
You don't create a bond with your party either because you're not really interacting with them.
Yeah, your party is just your created dudes. So,
which is fine, but they're just like blank slate characters.
They're not even blank slate characters. They're just like a fucking shell with a sword.
Some of them don't even have swords.
They're fucking puppets.
Meat puppets.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Meat puppets.
Fleshy puppets.
Yeah.
It sounds gross when you say it.
Yeah,
yes. You're welcome. That's what I was going for. So,
well, good job. You succeeded.
But yeah, I wish I could say something. You know, I wish there was more to talk about. But this game is just.
Yeah. I think that too.
I want to know what people who really like it have to say about it, because like I can't imagine there being anything to say, like, unless you're like you really like the characters that were in the game, but you don't spend any time with those characters to be like, I really like this one. Why?
He has blue
I
hair.
believe there's probably a lot of Dragon Quest fans out there that 9 might have been one of their first ones, because
could be.
Yeah, I would imagine that's the case.
So I think it could be a little bit of that playing into it, but
at the time it was pretty revolutionary, I would say. At least for a Dragon Quest title.
Well, yeah, being able to go
I mean, you still had the
online play for the DS is pretty impressive.
Yeah, if you actually randomly was able to find another RPG player that enjoyed RPGs as much as you, you're able to finally like co-op with something. Because a lot of RPGs, aside from maybe like 1 or 2 series that was willing to experiment, there wasn't much multiplayer. There clearly, you know, to go along with that, co-op.
Yeah.
Characters would not jump in games as far as the JRPG aspect goes.
Yeah.
And so the second they did start to implement some of those things in like a Phantasy Star, and clearly like multiplayer with Dragon Quest, or when Final Fantasy decided to do it with 11, I could see how people could get excited.
Yeah.
But in hindsight, I look at it and I'm like, this is kind of not good.
I mean, I guess it did do a lot of cool things with the gameplay. You know, I do really like that they added the skill points for the weapons and made the job classes 2 individual things that you could keep up on. Yeah. I really like that. I also like that you can do little mini quests during the story. Like, I like that aspect that transferred over to 9. I mean, not 9, to 11.
Yeah.
But other than those things, like, it's... you don't really... like, they try to make it the hardest game in the series, but it doesn't even fucking touch 2 or 6 or fucking any of the games, really. It's very easy. Easy to level up your shit. If they wanted to make it tough, they should have really made it tough, but
it's made a Mortimer return boss fight.
I really think that all of their efforts went towards this multiplayer aspect, like the tag mode or whatever that they're still trying to replicate for the phones, for a possible phone version of 9. I don't know. It just, if that's where all the difficulty is supposed to be, then we didn't get that part. We didn't get the main point of this game because we didn't play the multiplayer, which it's sad that a mainline Dragon Quest game had to be a multiplayer centric game to the point where like everything else kind of falls short of other Dragon Quests.
Yeah.
Because
I'd love this as a spin-off. Like I expect this from the spin-off later on.
Yeah.
Because of the games, but not so much on a main line. So,
well, get into rankings.
Yes, let's get into rankings.
All right. We'll start from the bottom spot. 2 builders, 6, 7, 1, 9, 3, 4, 8, and 5.
But I'm not.
All right, I think I got mine.
Yeah, go ahead.
Not making a movie out of 8.
So
8 is a movie. It has voice acting. God damn it.
8, slightly above 5, 4, 1, 3, 9, 7, 6, 2.
Yeah, I'm still deciding here. I'm trying to figure out
9?
where to put 9 because. All right, fine. It's 8, 5, 4, 3. Your love for 1 still baffles me.
I fucking
then
love
it's 1 because 3 is better than 1.
I don't know. 1 is just so perfect.
9, 6, 7, 2.
It is. It is the perfect NES game. All right. It is so fucking good.
Did you play it on NES?
I did not because I'm smart.
I played it on NES, and no, it is not.
I played it. 2 is the perfect NES game. So,
fucking no, it's not.
Yes,
2 is garbage.
2 is not.
2 is good, but it's not.
Fucking
9 is slightly above 6, and it's because of the stupidness in the story of 6 that I'll put 9 above 6. But yeah, there's no way I would even fathom it even coming near a tier near 4, 3, or 1. No way. But I did still enjoy myself more in 9 than 6 and 7.
yeah.
So that's where it is.
There's just more there for me for 9 than 1. So that's why 9's over 1.
Yeah, we're gonna have a
Gotta
fight after
replay
this
that.
episode.
You gotta replay that 1 on the phone.
Yeah.
It's so good, dude. I love it.
Hand you a cell phone with the copy on it for like a week and just go to town.
Man, it's
like
just
$1.
It's just so satisfying to pick up the princess and then just walk away when you're done.
Yeah, it's good. Cross the rainbow bridge, rainbow in the dark.
You're gonna auto-tune that and post? You should.
I'm tone deaf.
You probably should do that.
So yeah, that is it.
Any news or?
We could.
Well, I guess we could just talk about the Dragon Quest V movie, briefly. So yeah, Dragon Quest V movie, you guys, it's coming out.
Story.
fuck that title.
That's not a happy title. It makes my penis soft.
It's 10 Years a Slave.
I don't like it when movies do that.
That's
like
the
the
better
anime.
title. You need to pitch it to Square and just tell them to change it for the U.S. release.
Friggin' anime titles. They could have just called it Dragon Quest. I mean, really, they didn't have to call it Your Story. They didn't have to. They didn't have to do
Subtitle is
that.
completely not necessary.
They didn't even have to call it Dragon Quest V because it would have just been. They could have just called it Dragon Quest.
But it is Falling Five's.
I know,
story,
but like if you call it Dragon Quest V as a movie, then people are gonna think there's 4 other ones that they didn't see because nobody's like over here at least nobody's played Dragon Quest. So
is that the biggest one over there? 5
over Japan?
Over in Japan, yeah.
I don't know.
5's got a very solid fan base.
Yeah, I was curious why they chose 5 over all the other ones.
Because 5 is flat out the best story period in this series.
Oh, hi there. I hope you enjoyed this clip from Puff Puff Hour, a Dragon Quest podcast. If you happen to like what you see, you should subscribe. We have full podcast episodes detailing the main series of Dragon Quest 1 through 11. Oh yeah, and if you like the content, you should check out our other shows from All Out Geekdom Entertainment. We have Nude Clan and Ultima Final Fantasy, the ultimate Final Fantasy podcast. Or, Dragon Quest.